good or not. So I'll go back. I will mark it as good. I'll just copy the name of this test to create the test class and go back here. And then Alt insert Java class test. Okay. To save some time, I will copy from the test cases from the previous chapter, mark it a whitelisting. So I'll go here. From private file, I will go back down here and Control C and Control V here. Then we will make necessary changes as required. Okay, so mark it as a secure test. We have got this. We don't have any reference field, right? So I will remove this. And instead of this, I will create a string password. This password is the field that we are going to encrypt and decrypt it before serialization and deserialization process. Let me make some password, maybe back dollar street bro use at just some random password, just using these special characters. So that it's maybe I will here also I will use instead of 0. So 2 special characters, 1 0 1. Okay, so I just created a random password here. Nothing fancy in that. Let me change the name of this. Okay, market data secure test. So setup method is looking good. Now let's go to serialize unit test case. So I will change it first of all to say secure fields. Similarly, copy this here and I will, okay, maybe just this one. It's secure fields. Okay, and so for the marketed object, I will create the same as this factor 15 class. So I will mark it here. Okay, and okay, everything is looking good. So as mentioned that we are going to use only secure ID, time, and last. Only these 3 fields are whitelisted. And similarly the password, right? So set login password. I will put the login password as the password that I created in the beginning. Okay. So this is the fourth field, sorry, which would be serialized to the stream of bytes when we call this add object. But as mentioned that in the write object, we are already encrypting it or encoding it, this password, before we serialize it or before we write it to the stream of bytes. So this is good enough for the serialize unit test case. Let's go to test deserialize now. And again, let me change the name of this once we cast it back. So it should be market data secured. Market data secured. Okay, Apple 1000, 161, these 3 fields are good. And once we get back this password, okay, let me change this completely. We don't need this market data provider anymore. I will, okay, let me take this copy, assert equals, and so I will use this password here, and from select get login password. Okay, this is our 4th whitelisted field. So let's debug our test cases. So I will first of all debug this test serialize method, and we'll see that it will go to the encrypt method. So I go here, debug, test serialize. So it's going to debug now. Okay, so I created this debug in write object in system.out.println. So here it will try to create this object stream fields and go to encrypt method. So I'll go to encrypt method here and create a debug point here. And then I will do function, okay, F9, resume it. So we are here. So if I go down, it will prepare the secret key, cipher, and then encode it finally. And we have got this encoded. You can see this encoded is something as BTB So the string to encrypt, it's our original login password, which is things coming very small, but it's backstreet programmer, same as what we have created. And the encoded is a very long string, which is in encrypted format, BTB, KPK, and something like this. Okay, so just remember the initial words are BTB, KPK. Okay, and then I will resume this test, and I assume that it's all good, and the console is looking good, so it's passed. Okay, so inside that object, and it's able to write it to the serialized file. Let me check. So they should be okay. Market as a secure test file is created here. Now let's go back to the decrypt method. So here we'll decode it back. So this is our, okay, sorry, it should be here. Okay, so test serialize we have done, and now let's go to test deserialize. Again, I have created a debug point there, so I will debug it here. Debug test deserialize. Okay. So in the read object, again, I created a debug point inside read object. And here, once it's go to login password, it will decrypt it. So let me create a debug point in decrypt method as well, and then resume it. So it's moved here now. So I will use, yeah, I'll just cipher and then decrypt mode, and then finally it will decode it. So here we can see that the string to decrypt, this is what we got back from the serialized stream of bytes. And because we have encoded it, so it's coming as BTB KPK like this, the same encrypted format that we created before using the SHA1 message digest. And once we decoded it back, the decoded is coming back as backstate programmer, that the same password that we got it back. Now I will go function F8, and okay, so we have read the object now, and the password is coming back. Okay, so let me resume this. So console, it's all worked well. Okay, so the password is, the login password is coming same as what we serialized it. So guys, it was quite a big chapter, but I'm sure that you guys would have enjoyed at least the encryption and decryption techniques that we have used here, and how we can secure our fields from serialization and deserialization by using this technique. So that was all about chapter 15, protecting sensitive information. In the next video, we'll cover chapter 16, which is how inheritance affects serialization. So see you all in the next video.